What is up, guys? It is Austoxin here today, and I'm doing my very first episode of a vlog. And you guys are wondering, whoa, what is a vlog? Well, it is a video log of what I want to talk about. And if you don't like it, there's always that skip button. But let's get back on to what the topic is. I want to talk to you about politics. And now I know you guys are thinking, geez, come on, dude, don't talk about politics. Well, politics are important. They run every single nation. Now, recently in Australia, there was a second pay increase for politicians in as many months. So I think in the last 6 months there has been 2 pay increases. The second one actually being 11%. Now, I don't remember the last time when you did a performance review, got 11% pay increase, but I don't remember ever getting that at my work. 3 maybe, 5 if you're doing exceptional, but you never see 11. Well, to put it in perspective, there is a politician in Queensland, who is the Premier, and they are earning more money than some world leaders. Now, look at that. There is somebody who's not even leading the country, just leading one of the states in Australia, that is earning more money than world leaders. But why, you ask? Well, they've just done that. They've added it in there. And the thing that I'm frustrated about, and why I've made this vlog, is to show my frustration towards this, and that people need to sort of get upon this. And this could be any nation in the world. Let's take a step back and let's have a look at something. Where do politicians get their money from? They get it from the government, right? Spot on. Now, my second question is, where does that money come from? It comes from taxes. Here's another question. Where does taxes come from? They come from every single person in that country. Let's say Australia. I'm going to use Australia because I am Australian. Their money comes from Australian taxes. So if you're a full-time, part-time, casual, every percent, I think it's like 30% at the moment, or maybe even more now, since they've kept increasing our tax forever and a day. It could be 600% for all I know by now, but 30% is what I'm going to work on. 30% of everything you earn will go to a politician. Now, we'll go to the government, and that pays for the wages. Now, when they make this decision, they don't ask the people. Why? Where are the wages coming from? Well, they're coming from my taxes. They're coming from your taxes. They're coming from everyone's taxes. I didn't get asked for a performance review. I didn't say to the government, yeah, go ahead, make your wage more. You've done a great job. To put it in perspective, they have missed every single every single promise they have made. So every promise the government said, yep, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're not going to cut budgets to this, we're going to increase health, we're going to increase this, we're going to increase that. They failed. But yet they got 11% increase. Tell me where this is fair. And they're like, well, there's nothing we can do to change that. You can. You are their boss. Every person, whether it be 0.0000001% of tax, you are their boss. You are paying to them to run your country. They don't control you. They are not the boss. They don't make the law. You decide what happens. Let's put it in perspective. If there's 27 million people in Australia, I think it is now, roughly, of 2015, 2016. If 20 million of them said, no, we're not doing it, do you think the government would say, well, you have to? No. It would then become, okay, hang on, there is 20 million people complaining that this needs to be fixed. This needs to be done. And they would stop doing it. They would stop doing it, because they would go, oh, well, if we don't do that, there's going to be rioting in the streets. This is my point. We are their boss, not them. And the sooner we wake up to this, the sooner we decide that, we've had enough of the government telling us what to do. We need to tell them, listen, you're charging yourselves too much. And they say, oh, well, it's cost of living. Let's look at it. The minimum wage for a retail worker, as of 2015, they increased it. I think it was like $40,000. Okay, $40,000 when you consider rents are at minimum at $300 a week. When you consider food is so expensive, when you consider everything, where is their cost of living? The Prime Minister, you get a free house to live in. You get free bodyguards, free travel, free everything. Why do you need a $500,000 salary? You don't. You don't need that much salary. And when they retire, it's not the end of it. When they go, okay, well, I've served my 4 years, I've helped the country, which you didn't, you then also get a nice pension to live out the rest of your life. You haven't got to worry about a single cent for the rest of your life. You've got bodyguards protecting you. You've got a pension from the government coming in. And again, who decides who pays that pension? You guys apparently did, even though we paid as well as they did. As I said, they are paying tax, probably avoiding tax because they know how to get around the system, but they are still paying in. We all make this decision, and there should be more in the aspect of that we get to decide what happens with our country. And this is the thing that frustrates me every single day, is Australians quietly sit there and go, okay, well, the government did it, it's too late. The government's done this, it's too late. Well, no. You can turn around tomorrow with your friends, with your family, and say, no, that's not good enough, and send in. The problem is at the moment only 1 or 2% are saying, listen, that's enough, I've had enough of it, I'm going to send in a complaint, or I'm going to go talk to my local member, or I'm going to go decide to do this. They don't. They just sit there and they let everything happen, and they wonder, why is our country turning to such a terrible place? We are, since 2014, the most taxed country in the world. I want you to take a few seconds to realize this. Australia is the most taxed country in the world, and we are having issues. We have third world internet. There are countries in the world that have better internet than us. There are people in the world who have better health systems than us. There are third world countries that have better everything than us. But yet we classify ourselves as a first world country because we are civilized. No, that is the label they've given to us. We need the government to step up and not spend so much on their salaries, not spend so much on silly things. You know, we've had our people like the chairman be caught out for spending money on adult films that the husband had spent on in a hotel room. They've been caught out doing stupid things, spending my dollars to help them out, or your dollars. Like I said, bear in mind, this is not just me. I'm speaking as of part of a tunnel for the people, and it is about time that we stood up. It's about time that we said, no, you need to justify to us why you deserve this salary increase. You need to tell us with a PowerPoint, or you need to say what promises when the election came that you have passed, that you have corrected, that you have done. But no, they just sit there and they ignore it. They just think, well, I'm the leader. You're not the leader. Every single person in Australia, every single person in the world is your boss. And the day you wake up and you realize that people have stopped listening to you because the words you say, the blah blah blah, means nothing, is the day this country will be a better place. This is my episode for day one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you want more, sub, like, comment, and I'll be back to tell you more about it as things unvelope. As always, I am Austoxin, and you guys are awesome. Peace.